Vegeta, what does the scouter say? It's over 9,000! Ah! Sorry, I had to start with that joke. Hi guys, so if you hadn't noticed, I'm being a lot more active with my channel these days, and that's because, well, I'm single and live by myself, and I have nothing better to do than to waste your time and make you watch awful videos about games and stuff that you may or may not care about. So, with that said, today we're going to explore this awesome contraption right here. That is called the Tiger R-Zone. It's got its own neat little controller right attached into the headpiece, so you've got this cord that just rubs so gently across your face. Ooh, that's refreshing. But aside from looking just absolutely fabulous here, this is awful. I mean, just bad. And I don't say that about anything, because there's a lot of good qualities and bad qualities to systems. Even the Hyperscan I didn't think was horrible. It wasn't like great, and we only had 5 games, but it wasn't bad. This is bad. This is look at that. It's awful. Anyway, I just in case you're wondering, no, I didn't spend money on this. My brother did, and he left it here. So I thought, hey, why not just make a video about this thing that he may or may not have wasted a good chunk of money on. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and show you. That's what the cartridges look like. You can see right through the cartridge. Where's the camera? There's somewhere in there. Anyway, that's not showing it off as good as it did a second ago, but I ran out of recording, so I had to start again. This is number 2. Anyway, he's only got 2 games that came with the system. Bought it from a guy in Shawnee, or I think the guy wasn't from Shawnee, but they met in Shawnee in a shady back alley video games black market deal. Because those exist, it's called Craigslist. But there's only 2 games here to talk about. One is Virtua Fighter, which should have been fantastic, and it... no. And the other one is Indy 500, which is so much worse. And it could have been okay, but it did no. These are kind of like those old handhelds from like the 90s and 2000s, which Tiger actually also made, where they were just one screen and you kind of just moved a little. It was like a Game & Watch, but not made by Nintendo, so it was awful. And with Virtua Fighter, it's so great. You get to play as a non-gender specific fighter, and we're not going to assume it's gender. It's not a he, it's not a she, it's an it that I can barely see. And you fight another non-gender specific fighter, and you just fight for 2 rounds in a very awkward fighting way, and then it's over. And then you can take the cartridge out and throw it in the trash and pretend like you didn't just waste a good 3 minutes of your life playing garbage. I guess if you play it after you threw it in the trash, then you're playing with garbage? I don't know. That's a different video entirely. But yeah, I would show you what this looks like, but I can't, because the screen is way up in here and it reflects the screen onto the lens, which would be really cool if it was games that was worth playing. And it makes me almost want to buy one and then take it apart and put like the Virtual Boy screen in there, or a Game Boy screen, and give it a backlight or something, so it reflects good things in this instead of crappy garbage. Speaking of crappy garbage, let's show you the controller. Oh, it's so great! Look at it! It's innovative! Whew! And I don't usually talk bad about controllers, because if a controller is a controller, and unless it's like the which system, Atari Jaguar, I think it was, that had like 5 billion buttons and most of them were unnecessary. No, this has a lot of unnecessary buttons. We got on and start and select sound, which it does not control the sound. I should definitely make that pretty clear. The volume is actually a little lever down here. All this does, this should just say mute on it, because that's all it does. Then there's pause and off. And then you've got an A, B, C, D. They weren't very clever on their 4 buttons there. And directional pad. And then brightness is controlled from right there, which seems to not work either. And I say that because it would go from very bright to mid-bright to slightly brighter, even though you're still turning in the same direction. And then it would go to super dim, a little bit brighter, then dark, and then bright again. And I don't think it's supposed to do that. I think this might actually be slightly broken, but we're not going to mention that because I might have to pay for it because it's been in my house. I didn't do it though, but that's a fight that I don't want to have. And there's one cool thing about this, and I wish a lot more controllers that don't have disc games would have it. There's a cartridge slot right there, and you store your game right in it. Let me do this one-handed because I don't have a camera. But look at that! He's playing peekaboo! Woohoo! Then you pop it back in there. Yeah. Like I said, I would love to show you gameplay, or I guess rather I would hate to show you gameplay because it's awful, and I would never want to waste your time like that. No, that's not what we do. I still like to cover my eyeball with it because you can't see, but you can see my finger. Ooh, fancy. Oh, but yeah, that's our zone. And before I go, like that cartridge holder down there, that's not where you insert the game to play it. You insert it right up here. So when you're trying to play, you're like, ugh, I gotta get the cartridge out of my headpiece. And then the screen is like way deep in there, and it reflects onto this glass here. And that's how you play it. That's why I was saying it would be really cool to put something that has playable games into this thing. But man, that would take a lot of time, and I don't know that it'd be worth it. It's still really weird to put on your head. I feel it right there. It feels like it's still attached. We've become bonded at the soul. So yeah, that is what I think of the R Zone. It's so awful. Oh, don't talk about me like that. And now I'm starting to talk to myself because I might be crazy. So yeah, I might start doing more videos talking about other weird game consoles, including things like I may or may not have mentioned in this take, the Hyperscan, which surprisingly is not as bad as it seems, but there are 3 bad games, and it's really hard to say that when one of those bad games is Spider-Man, and it was the most money I spent on any game for that system. I feel awful, but now I have all 5. I collected them all. It's just more than I could say about Pokemon. I didn't catch them all, no. But I got that. I could also show off the Wonder Swan, and that'd be confusing. Like, I could show you gameplay on that one. It's not like this. It's an actual handheld, but it's all in Japanese, and I don't know how to read kanji, so I don't know what I'm doing half the time trying to play it. So I don't play it. I just let it sit there and look nice. But I feel like I should wrap this up because we've almost reached 10 minutes, and this is longer than most things I've filmed on my phone. So, thanks for watching. If you like this, please like, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. Let me know what else you want to see. If you want to see anything. If you want me to stop, then send me money, and I will stop, as long as you continue to send me money. But if you don't, then I'm going to continue to do this because I can. I'm a monster. So, bye.